What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys are here. Myself, Brother John, Brother Walt is back with us. That boy was out there putting in that work, boy. And that's quick. Now, I'm just
you say that every time I'm gone, man.
that boy was out there making the big bucks, boy. Hey, in due time, we gonna be
Start telling
making
my
them big
business.
bucks.
Start telling my business.
Hey.
How y'all been though? I missed y'all a little bit.
Me and John ain't tripping as long as it's legal. Well, we all good, man. We all good. You
I
know.
think I'm on some snowfall type shit right now.
Hey, boy, it get hard out here. People change, boy. It change, boy.
Whatever, man.
We good, man. Everything is good. How are you, John?
I'm good. I burnt my nose somehow. I don't know. I was in North Carolina for like 3 days and somehow didn't get no tan, but burnt my nose somehow. I don't.
Well, you gotta go put on some sunscreen
Yeah,
or something.
that's very interesting. I've never heard that one.
Man, right though. Like,
That's real interesting.
you must got some sensitive skin or something to the sun or something. I don't know.
Hey, it be like that, boy. You better get that sunscreen for that nose, boy. Ain't no joke.
The thing is, it was freezing cold the whole day, and yet but the sun was out. So it was like 40 degrees and sunny, and I got sunburned while I was wearing like two coats.
That's real random.
It was ridiculous.
We feel you though. You know it happens.
Yep.
It happens.
Hey, but you know what? You know what's special about today, Nico?
Let me hear it.
We got 100 people subscribed to the show.
Oh, what? Stop
What?
that.
What?
We got triple digit? Okay. Yes, sir. Hey, we want to thank, from me and the guys at Real Deal, we appreciate all 104 to be exact. We appreciate you all. Keep coming
Grind
back.
it out with us.
Keep liking and subscribing and sharing. Because the bigger we get, the more stuff we can do, the more stuff you guys can see. And we appreciate you guys. We really do. We really do.
Definitely do, man. That's took us a while, but it's definitely nice to be here though, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we definitely appreciate y'all grinding it out with us, most definitely, and I hope y'all continue to grind it out with us. You feel me? So let's keep growing. Let's keep growing. I love it.
Yeah, I agree. John, you got anything on it?
On us reaching 100, I was just glad because we were gonna have our 100, episode, or we're not 100, but our celebrating 100 episode, and I was like, man, if there's 100, and then someone like unsubscribes during the show, and we got 99 for our show, so I'm glad it went over to 104 because now we got a little breathing room. Okay, all right, whoever that jerk is who unsubscribes, we're covered.
Yeah, people pay.
Only John would think something like.
Hey, he got a point though, because
he do, but still, it's the fact that we seen 100. That's the point. That's the point that counts.
But to that point, would you then just, let's just say you gain 2, would the next episode then be 100? The 100 subscriber episode?
Yeah, we just keep having 100 subscriber episodes every time someone unsubscribe. But now some other people came through, and hey, we cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we appreciate you all. Thank you once again, and keep coming back, keep liking, sharing, and subscribing.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas. We got to talk about it. And what next week, right?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Playoffs are here. This week is all playing games. If your team is between 7 and 10, you're in the play-in. If you're above or under, you're not. Hopefully you are in there, or you don't have to play because you've done well enough. But these playing games be rough. You just never know. Somebody can have one of them days, and you cannot have one of your days, and you can be at home, even as a seventh seed. So I'm gonna ask you guys this before we talk about the playoffs. Who do you see making that seventh and eighth slot in the East and the West? We're gonna start with you, Walt.
Well, I mean, I think they already got them set in stone, if I'm not mistaken. If with the game one being Atlanta and Miami, and then I think it's Minnesota and the Lakers. So pretty much, I guess if you ask me who I'm taking game one between Atlanta and Miami, it's gonna be a tough game only because I'm not really sure if there are any important injuries that I know of yet. But I do think that both teams are healthy, if I'm not mistaken. So just going based off of what I've been seeing these last couple of weeks, I do feel like with just how the momentum is going, I feel like Miami can take this game, and also because they have, I won't say Atlanta doesn't have experience, but I feel like Miami has a little bit more of experience, and I feel like they have a little bit more to play for. Not saying that Atlanta doesn't, but I just feel like they still have a few missing pieces to, not really get the job done. Possibly now they could prove me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Miami, especially with the Udonis has some stuff going on. Him like retiring his last game. I don't know if y'all seen that. He was going kind of crazy a little bit that last game. I think he's like the oldest person to score like over 24 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, over 20 points or something like that. So I just feel like they're going to kind of ride that, little wave a little bit, at least to get to the actual playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm taking Miami that first game, and y'all ain't even got to ask me who I'm taking that second game. So.
Oh yeah, Minnesota for sure.
Speaking, I do want to talk about. I do want to speak on after you go about that stupidity of Minnesota, though. Like, yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah. All right, John.
What you're saying, Minnesota by lands like by 30 or by 20?
Positively not.
I'm gonna agree with Walt, not for the same reasons, but kind of. Only because it's a one-game playoff. Atlanta is that team who can catch you off guard, man. They really can. John Collins can have himself a game. Capella can just grab every board he sees, and then Trey just starts to catch his fire. But in a one-game playoff, I just got to go with Jimmy Butler. This guy's been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice in the last 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Now Atlanta did make the Eastern Conference Finals just a couple years ago, I believe. Played Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, so They have been a little. These guys have been there before, But in a one-game playoff, I just like Miami. I like Jimmy Butler to get it done, do all the right things. So but would I be surprised if Atlanta pulled it off? No, not at all. That would push Atlanta to the 9-10 game to see who plays for 8th. Man, I don't know. I like the Bulls on paper, but I like Van Vliet to come through and do all the little things that Chicago doesn't have that point guard. And I like Van Vliet he does all them little things that, he can run a team. So I like Raptors, and that takes it to Raptors versus Atlanta. I gotta go. I'm gonna give it to Atlanta. Just because it's gonna be tough for Atlanta to lose 2. So I'm gonna go Atlanta. So I'm gonna say Atlanta and Miami hang on to those final 2 spots. On the other side, yeah, Lakers are gonna take out Minnesota. Pelicans with no Zion, but still like it's a 2-headed monster. And you got the players stepping up too. Herbert Jones been playing good lately. I just think they got a little too much for OKC to beat with one player currently. So I'm gonna go at Pelicans win. And then I'm going to say Pelicans beat Minnesota because I just don't think Minnesota gets it together. Not very often you have a guy punch a teammate and the team rallies around the team and just comes together next day. So I'm going to say Pelicans and Lakers.
Playoffs. Let's be honest.
I'm going to say Pelicans and Lakers take the 7 and 8, and Miami, and I'm going to say Atlanta hangs on to that 8th seed.
All right. I'm going to agree. I got I would say Miami, but hey, Atlanta looked good these last 2 games. I think they played the Bulls and Boston. They've looked very well. Now Can you do that again in Miami? That is going to remain to be seen. As far as that Minnesota and the Lakers, with Rudy being out, I think that's going to be big because now you don't have nobody in that middle, to guard the rim pretty much. I think that I can see the Lakers pulling away with that one late. It'd be close, and then they just hit that second gear, like LeBron and AD has done before. With that Toronto and that Bulls game on the 12th, it's really what Bulls team do you get? Do you get the Bulls team that played Minnesota, that played Memphis a couple weeks ago, and was down 23 and ended up winning the game by 20, or do you get the Bulls team that played Atlanta? I want to say Thursday or Friday of last week, and you can't make shots. They get into the rim with ease. And same thing with Toronto. What Toronto Raptors team are you getting? Can they put it together for just really just one or two games to just win? And I think with Oklahoma City and the Pelicans, I think OKC is going to make it back to the playoffs. I think with the kind of season Shea has been having, and then you got Giddy and Dort.
They got some young guys over there. Bro.
Yeah, and and think about it. They have given the top tier teams problems all season. We all went to that Bulls game when they played the Bulls, and Shea couldn't miss, and Giddy couldn't miss, and so it's really gonna depend on what team, what OKC Thunder team comes to play. I think for New Orleans, though, the good thing is they do have that playoff pedigree. Being in the playoffs last year, CJ with his playoff experience being from Portland. But I think I can see OKC sneaking past that one. And I can see them also beating a Minnesota team for a chance at that eighth slot.
Yeah, whoever comes out of that 9-10 is going to beat Minnesota. Whether it's the Pelicans or OKC, they're going to beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota Anthony Edwards has not been special since returning from his injury. I don't know if something's still wrong with him or not.
Yeah.
But
they got way too going on over there too.
Real quick, as far as that, whoever would play for that AFC between Chicago and Toronto, or against Atlanta or Miami, I could see some weird way the Bulls pull it together for two games. I think they both would be on the road. So I think, in that aspect, what do you have to lose? Play like your hair is on fire. I think, like I say, the Bulls are one of them teams. They play to the level of their competition. Hopefully we can get some production out of Levine, DeRozan, Kobe, and they can make it to the playoffs. Although, I think it'll be short lived in maybe 5 games against Milwaukee. But I think
I find it interesting you didn't say Vucevic, and I think to that point is he hasn't been. Yeah, he'll give you 15.
You know what?
But he has not been special, man. He has not been like.
Well, the thing about
when he faced off versus Giannis a couple years ago with Orlando and by himself, it only went 5 or 6. But the fact that they even went 5, it never should have. But Vucevic made those games fun, man. This dude was going at Giannis. He was nobody on Milwaukee could stop this dude. I don't see any of that now. I don't see any of that player today.
I think to that aspect, and we saw it when they played the Lakers, he had like 15 points in the first half, and then he only get 1, 2, 3 more shots the rest of the game. You gotta feed him.
I was just about to say, do you think that's part of the system, or maybe the Bulls kind of holding them up because they don't want to go to big?
It's like a receiver. If you ain't giving him the ball, he's not gonna be that interested in the game.
But he's an all-star caliber player. You gotta, if you got that guy, you gotta demand the ball. Hey, Zach LaVine, give me that ball. You ain't never gone to the playoffs by yourself. I have. Give me that ball. Like, I'm just saying, like,
to DeRozan.
Yeah, but DeRozan has been there and done that. I'm saying I give him a little more seniority over Vooch. I at this point, I know Zach's the best natural scorer on that team, but I still give Vooch seniority over him. If I'm Vooch, I'm saying, give me that ball, man. Stop. You 8 for 26. Give me the ball. Stop. Like I just when they're hot, when the Bulls are hot as a team, they're one of the scariest teams in the league.
Yeah, but they can't do it consecutively. They can do it Monday, but not Tuesday. They
Right,
do it
and that's
Wednesday,
because they don't
but not
have a true
Thursday.
guard. They don't have a true guard
Yeah.
running that team, and so that's why in a one game, I guess in a one game playoff, I just don't give it to them just because of that.
Now,
But if they're hot, the same as Atlanta, man. They're a team that can just catch you off, and you just can't stop them.
I would say this. Now, if they was in that 8-7 game, that Atlanta, Miami, and the Bulls was one of them, I would say the Bulls make the playoffs. But you got to win 2 straight to make
Yeah.
the and that's the only problem. And they just have not been that team.
I just feel like that's not Vucevic's call, though. Honestly, I feel like that's possibly the system or the schemes that's holding them back. Because I mean, it just feel like y'all all guard play anyway between Levine and DeRozan. So I just feel like even if he tried to demand the ball, I mean, like you said, he had his spurts up and down this year. But I just feel like he doesn't really have.
No, but I think Billy Donovan. If for instance, if I'm coaching John, and John is not a very vocal guy, but he's the most dominant. As a coach, you just gotta be like, look, F it. I know y'all all making money, but this is the horse we gotta ride to win this series. Because let's be honest, Brook, he can't really guard him. If you put Giannis on him, the rest of them can eat. But you just have to make him the most dangerous man on the floor. Just like the Lakers with AD. When AD gets going, the Lakers are a scary team. When he's not, or he's not that interested, the Lakers can be beat by anybody.
I say this: if the Bulls win, it'll be partly to do with like I said, maybe Levine or just has one of them games or whatever. But barring with that, Vooch is going to have a game. And the 100%. Thing is, Pascal and Jakob Poeltl cannot stop him. So let him go, man. Let him go.
And honestly, even with Miami, like Bam is very athletic. Don't get me wrong, but Vooch is he's like a Tim Duncan. He's not the most athletic, but
crafty in the paint.
Yeah, he just gets the job done. He is not flashy, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. It seemed like the scheme is seeming like they're having him shoot more than actually being in the paint.
Well, no, let's be honest. When we went to that OKC game, he was killing in the paint, and then he started jacking up threes. Like, what are you doing?
That's fair. And I kept on saying, you even heard me right when we was there. I said, just keep feeding Vooch. But they was
not, and OKC wasn't that tall.
They kept on shooting, though.
Yeah, he was cooking.
OKC can't protect the paint.
And he's shooting corner threes. Like, bro, what are you doing?
I gotta say, I got my team out. I got Nico's team not making it. But Walt here, he got two teams in there. He got Lakers and Cavs. So
I'm not saying pretty. We chilling right now. So
I don't know how many other teams. I don't know how many other bandwagons he's on, but he might have 4 or 5 teams in the.
He on a couple for sure.
Yeah, I think he's a Memphis fan now. I think he's like a Memphis fan now, but
I am rooting for my hometown always and forever, and I'm a root for LeBron. I mean, he just happens to be part of the Lakers, so I have to root for the Lakers.
Ain't that a?
So be it. Y'all want to call it bandwagon, you call it whatever you want to call it.
All right. So look, next topic, the NBA playoff predictions. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. If it came down to hypothetically, right? Cleveland versus LA in the finals.
Hey, that might be a nice little bet to put in right now, for real.
Who would you rock with at that point?
I'm gonna rock with Cleveland all day, but I mean, at the end of the day, my heart, I'm gonna still root for LeBron, but I'm gonna still rock with my city all day.
Hey, John, I think as soon as it happens,
if you think about it, though, it'll be a win-win for me, though. If you think about it,
a purple Laker jersey on.
Hey.
Are we breaking down every series right now? Are we breaking down every series, or we're just breaking down the first series, right? The play-ins and the first round, right?
Make your prediction for the East and West Conference Final.
Okay, well, I'm saying in the West that Pelicans and Lakers advance.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nuggets over Pelicans for the 1-8.
Okay.
that 4-5. I gotta go. It's KD versus Westbrook. KD not losing that matchup. I'm sorry, he's just not. He would never live that down. If he lost that series, he would never live that
I'm
down.
gonna be honest. If Paul George was healthy in that series, the Clippers could definitely make that a series for sure.
Yeah,
I definitely think they can make that a series.
I actually think it's gonna be a series. I really do. I just
I
give
don't
it to
know.
the Suns.
I think Paul George missing. Maybe I don't think Kawhi can do it by himself. I'm not saying he's by himself, but still,
But I'm gonna go Suns. Kings, Warriors. I just got to give it to the Warriors because of longevity. But it's the fact that I'm even thinking about, like, could the Kings win this? It's pretty crazy that we're seeing the Kings here. It's amazing. I love it. I love watching the Kings play good ball. However, they forget that the referees always go with the big name market. So it's going to Golden State no matter what, whether the talent's there or not. It's going to Golden State. And then, of course, I gotta go Lakers or Memphis. Let me go to the let me read something from the Bible for you real quick. Hang on. Listen to this, Nico. It says in Hosea 9:6, "For lo, they are gone because of destruction. Egypt shall gather them up. Memphis shall bury them." I'm gonna go Memphis. No, I'm kidding. I'm going Lakers, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna disagree with the Bible on this one.
I was about to say,
I'm going Lakers.
By the Lord, what?
I think Ja's coming back too late from all this, and now another article just popped up about him. And now he's got other accusations out. I think it's going to be a little too much. I give the Lakers, but I expect it to be a really good series. On the other side, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going to clean up. Cleveland's going to take out the Knicks. And 76ers are going to take out the Nets. And Boston is going to Boston, Miami. I mean, on paper, it's easy Boston, but Miami is just one of them teams that I got to go Boston. I'm going to say all the favorites win in the East.
Okay. All right.
So you still like your comp? I mean, so what you say? You got Bucks coming out the East, and then you got
against who? Your Bucks against who?
Beating the Raptors. Yeah.
No, I'm saying in
the Western Conference. Oh, I was about to say
Eastern Conference. My bad. Eastern
Conference. First round. That's just the first round. That's just the first round.
Oh, I'm about to say I'm not about to break down all them rounds like that.
I'm not doing every round
right now. No, I'm just saying
first round. Just first round.
Who are the two teams in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference?
Okay, so
go to the finals.
Right. Yeah. So just
have to break it down.
Oh, finals.
Yeah, the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. Who do you think gonna meet up in there?
All right. In the West, it's easy for me. I'm going to go Nuggets, Suns. And then in the East, I'm going to go Bucks, Boston.
Okay.
You sound a little hesitant on that one. Why you
I don't like Boston this year. I don't trust them. But
if Boston didn't make it, who would you put in front of Boston did? Just in case, I guess.
Honestly, maybe 76ers. Maybe 76ers.
I just wanted to hear you say it. That's all. I just wanted to hear you say the 76ers. That's why.
All right. Who you got?
I keep sleeping. I feel like everybody's sleeping on the 76ers this year, man. Just because of James Harden. Well, I don't want to say James Harden, but whatever. Anyways. I'll say my Eastern Conference picks. I'll go out there and say I'll say Bucks and Philly for real. I definitely feel like I definitely want to see that matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like that
I think you're right.
I just feel like we all been kind of waiting on that matchup to see, the Embiid and Giannis matchup to see, who mano y mano. You feel me? So me personally, I've been waiting on that matchup. So that's the matchup I want to see come out the East. And who I see coming out the West, I really want to say LA, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it's just that Phoenix, man, with that KD pickup, bro, that's just scary to me. I'm not gonna lie, because you got between KD and Booker, you got two guys who could take over whenever. Chris Paul now, it seems like how people are playing him is like he can average 20 and 10 if he want to, because they're leaving. It seems like they're leaving him open just for they can try to, maintain KD and Book. So honestly, if Chris Paul can step up and have a good playoffs, honestly, I feel like, Phoenix in itself is going to be a problem. So I'm going to say Phoenix. I'm going to have to probably go with Phoenix and Denver as well out in West. But I think I got Phoenix coming out the West though, man. It's just as long as they stay healthy, it's a wrap, man. I hate to say it, it's a wrap. But I do got the Lakers. I want to see the Lakers make it in the second round, but it's just
the way the NBA bracket works, though. Do the Nuggets and the Suns actually have to play each other in the second round? Because they're the 1 and the 4. Do they have to play each other in the second round, or does it shift? Because they might actually not make it because of that, because of the way the bracket's set up.
You would play the lower seed. You play the lowest seed.
Okay, I didn't know if the NBA was like
that. That would be the Lakers. I mean, if the Lakers make it, they would have to play the Lakers in the second round.
Okay, all right. So, but either way, it's just that'd be a tough matchup, for the Lakers to go against the Nuggets right now. I just feel like they're a little bit deeper, and they especially if AD's not able to have that dog in him like he has been, which I hope he can keep it up. But like I said, it just seems like AD's kind of been up and down with that dog mentality this year, and I just really hope he just stays consistent with it in the playoffs.
I actually expect this first game versus Minnesota to be all AD, a lot of Austin Reeves and your guards. I think LeBron's going to come in a facilitating role and we'll just kind of walk through this Minnesota game and just prepare himself for the Memphis.
I think I can see that.
I think we could probably see a lot of AD.
Well, my predictions, it may surprise you, low key. In the West, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. In the West, I can see a Warriors versus Grizzlies in the West for a chance to get back to the finals. I think the Grizzlies, yes, they're young, but they showed last year. They although that Memphis and Minnesota series was probably one of the crazier series we've seen in a long time. No matter if he was up 30 or up 50, Minnesota kept finding ways to lose. And it was like, bro, just hold the ball at this point. Don't shoot. Don't do nothing. Just get up the court, run the ball, hold the ball, and just get out of here with a win.
That boy, football mode still, man.
But no, you're right. But I definitely think, the Warriors are one of those teams. They just got to make it to the playoffs. It's one of them situations. They get into the playoffs, they look totally different. And now you're getting Andrew Wiggins back, which I think is prime for them. The only thing I worry about is, fatigue and.
I was about to say, you think he's gonna be
basketball shape? But Steve Kerr has been down this road before. I'm sure he'll work him in there, and maybe give him 20 minutes first couple games, and then after he get his wing back, they'll go from there. Also, getting Gary Payton Jr. was big for them. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays De'Aaron Fox. Yes, they are sleeping on the Warriors.
I won't necessarily say sleeping. It's just
well, I think as far as the Warriors go, they have been in a slump.
It's just like they just get something down. That's all.
I got them third, and it's a close third. I got but if the bracket breaks down where the 1 has to play the 4, then I actually do have the Warriors in the Eastern and the West Conference Finals. But if it's just we're talking about the top 2 teams, I got to go Nuggets, Suns, Warriors, Lakers. But I mean, I agree. Like, Warriors are not for me, they're not very far behind. I just barely got them a little bit behind the Suns.
So for the West, real quick, I got Grizzlies and Golden State for a chance to go to the finals. And then in the East, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can see it being like a Cleveland, Milwaukee kind of final. Because I think Donovan Mitchell is finally in a place to where it's not all on him. It's going to be interesting to see Darius Garland, what he can do now. He's in the spotlight.
See what y'all do, trying to hype me up right now, man.
No. Relax. Then you got Mobley. Then you got Allen. Then you got LeVert. I think these guys, I think Cleveland almost got like that Golden State thing. It's like, No, wait, hold on. Because I think now Donovan Mitchell, he's finally in a good place with some people that can actually put the ball in the ring. It's not him and Gobert, and let's be honest, it was 90% him. If he didn't go for 50, they wasn't in a lot of them games, just in general. Um, and I think the Bucks, they just you got Giannis, you got a bunch of size. I think getting Crowder was big, keeping Bobby Portis was big, and it's I think it'll be good, and I think it'll go 6. I think Giannis and them will just have too much for your Cleveland Cavaliers walk, and I can see the finals we've been wanting, a Golden State Milwaukee kind of final.
You got a point though.
You got the size of Milwaukee versus them sharpshooters in Golden State. It's gonna be good seeing Drew Holiday chase Steph around for every game, and who's gonna guard Clay, and how does Wiggins match up against Giannis, and just everything. Do the Warriors go big? Because they're real small.
Well, I say who they just got Looney over there, and
Cleveland.
then
Yeah, they got Looney, they got Draymond, but Draymond
like 6'8", 6'9".
No, I think he like 6'6".
Oh, I guess I was giving him the benefit of the
Cleveland
doubt.
can
And
take it out.
Looney is only 6'9". That's the crazy thing. Looney's not a big guy. He only 6'9".
I ain't really got too many bigs on, but go ahead, John.
Cleveland can take out every team in the East except Milwaukee or 76ers. So here's the thing. Someone else is going to have to take one of those two teams out.
Well,
Someone else is going to have to take one of those two teams out for them to make it. But if someone else takes out,
nah.
then yes, Cleveland.
James Harden. Let's be honest.
Cleveland could easily be in the Eastern Conference Finals if someone else takes
Well, you
one
can
of those
say
teams
the same about Philly. They can easily lose to Brooklyn.
but they're not beating one of those teams. They're not beating one of those teams. They're just not. They don't match up with those teams. I promise you, they don't in the playoffs.
Hey, look
Look,
at
I'm just glad Josh saying it. But
Evan Mobley is a very important part of Cleveland, but he has to be successful for Cleveland to be successful, and I think both these teams can.
You
take
can say
him
the
out of
same
the-
about James Harden.
That's fair.
Who's
That's
taking right now, Tyrese Maxey or Darius Garland? For me, Maxey. I think he's more consistent than Darius Garland by a
Who
long
you taking
way
right now? Donovan Mitchell or James Harden?
Donovan Mitchell. What do you mean? Wait.
My point is
By the way, I gotta say this right now. Donovan Mitchell cares about me. Me personally, that man. I love betting on this man because this man gets me my money back. I'm just gonna say, Donovan Mitchell. That man cares about me.
I'm like, what?
I already knew where he was going with this.
He makes sure I get my money back. I love betting on Donovan Mitchell. But
like I said, I'm glad Josh saying it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I wanted to say that Cleveland can possibly make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I just feel like John, he does have a point. Mobley, and I feel like Mobley and
I feel like Mobley's more important than Darius Garland right now.
As long as they can stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? At least if they can, if Garland can at least give me 20 and 5, maybe 20 and 6, and then if Mobley can give me about maybe 15 and 10, I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, we have the pieces on the bench that can possibly give us, 10 plus if we need it. You know what I'm saying?
To that point, let's not act like Embiid didn't just go for 52 and you only scored 103.
Well, yeah, that's because he ain't really. Yeah, Maxey, he struggled that game. I think he went like.
I'm just saying in general, half your points went to one guy.
Yeah.
What did James Harden have in that game?
And I think he only had like 11 because I betted on that game.
My point exactly.
I'm just saying. Here's where I'm going. I'm taking if I got to take Mitchell or Harden, I take Mitchell. If I got to take Maxey or Garland, I take Maxey. If I got to take Embiid or Mobley, I take Embiid. And that's why I'm giving 76.
But it ain't Embiid and Mobley. It's going to be Allen against Embiid.
It will be Allen against Embiid.
He's a lot smaller, of course. But
and they will put Mobley probably on Harris.
Right, yeah.
No, but I'm just saying they're three. If you take their three best players, I just think that Cleveland's or 76ers are better right now.
We both know the playoffs. It has to do with your bench. If you ain't got a good bench, you more than likely aren't winning most series. Golden State has showed us that.
But also your stars play more minutes in the playoffs than they do in the regular season.
But you have to have guys that can come in and fill those voids.
if there's a void. If your stars are great, you don't even need voids filled. That's what I'm saying. So yes, your bench is
No,
important.
you still no. Wait. You can't say that because every year
I'm
somebody
telling you,
comes out of nowhere and
if
it's
the
very
Bulls starting
productive
lineup
that
is
we
on
didn't
fire,
see.
if the Bulls starting lineup is on fire, that bench don't matter. That's all I'm saying.
Kobe White does matter. He's mattered a lot lately. If he ain't going for 20 in these games, the Bulls aren't winning a lot of these games, as you can see.
True, they matter for like 2-3 games, but I'm saying
John, it matters throughout the playoffs. Come on, now.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yes,
would agree only because of the fact that you can't really ride your starters all the way up until the
Right?
final.
Yeah,
Definitely need.
never
No,
worked.
but I'm talking about one series. I'm talking about one series. If I'm taking,
Okay.
I got the 76.
Hell, look at the last couple years with LeBron and him winning the finals. It's always been the bench has to be productive.
I agree.
Ray Allen's,
I mean, I feel like that's been any
Matthew
team.
Dellavedova's, Shane Battier's, Norris Cole's. Like, come on, you got to help. Even the king needs help.
Oh no,
I mean,
I agree with that.
Every team needs help. Every team that I feel like
that's what
wins the
I'm saying.
championship, they've always had a good bench to back them up.
Right.
You can't.
And
just
I noticed something too. That boy LeBron only win when he got a Chicago guy on this team. That's what I think.
Here we go.
Here we go with this bull, man.
You want me to go down the line?
Oh my goodness, man.
You got Dwayne Wade from Illinois, Juwan Howard. Then you got Cleveland with Iman Shumpert. Then you got now, we ain't even got to say where AD from. Come on, man. Look, you need Chicago to help you be successful. It's okay. It's okay.
I guess if you want to take that route, if you want to go that deep, I mean, no, but
exactly.
I mean,
exactly. Okay, that's all I need.
I'm probably sure you're the only person that probably thought about it like that.
No, I've always knew that. Like, bro, he needs Chicago to succeed.
He just needs another superstar or another player.
Chicago.
Just like everybody else, man.
From Chicago. Come on, man.
It don't matter where they from.
They're with me. From Chicago.
No,
it's
I'm not gonna say it. Not at all.
Get that hate out your heart, my brother.
Let's go on to the next topic, man. So everybody, you got your prediction. You said your predictions. He said his. Okay, we good. So is that everybody pretty much got to saying Bucks and Suns? I mean, you said Bucks, and then you said.
I'm going with you. I'm going Bucks, Philly, and then I'm gonna go Suns, Nuggets.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna write this down real quick so we don't forget.
No, come on. We can watch the show. We know what we said. Let's go. Next topic.
No, go ahead. Who you say again?
He said Bucks,
Bulls and Timberwolves.
Hell no, you tripping.
He said Bucks and Nuggets.
Okay. All right, and who you got, Walt?
I'm going Bucks and Suns.
We all got the Bucks. I hope they don't prove us all wrong.
I mean, I just feel like just how if Giannis keep dominating how he is, man, it's just how do you stop that, man?
Oh, you're saying for the championship game now?
Oh,
I think you're talking about the conference finals. Are you talking
talking about the conference finals.
Oh,
yeah. I got Nuggets, Suns, and Bucks and 76ers.
Well, then I got like you said, Sixers and Bucks and. Yeah, Suns and Nuggets.
We all got the Bucks, so Milwaukee, don't fail us now. Like Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, if you wonder, he can. As long as Cleveland take that spot, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Here he go with that bull.
Hey, y'all done already hyped it up. Y'all done said it, not me. So that's why I'm just sitting here quiet.
I'm just making a case for
Cleveland. I appreciate you making a case. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all doing it. So me not
the only time ever I make a case for Cleveland.
So me not doing it. It just makes it look better if it actually happens. You know what I'm saying?
The only team I root for in Ohio is the Buckeyes. Come on now.
Hey, the fact that you even root for any Ohio team, I love it because I don't root for no damn Chicago team.
Stop hating. You root for the Cubs. I saw you at the game.
I do not. If anything, I root for the White Sox.
See.
If anything, I said if anything, I said I would if I had to.
Topic.
I had to get if somebody put a gun to my head. If I had to pick, I'm rooting for the White Sox. I'm sorry.
Next topic. OBJ to the Baltimore Ravens. Walt, what does Odell to the Ravens tell you the Ravens are trying to do? Is this a plea to keep Lamar? Is this showing them, hey, we really want you to be here? We're trying to put the correct talent around you. What did that move tell you about the Ravens?
The fact that I got to play this like 2 times this year. Every year now, you know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, I don't honestly. I can't really say. I mean, it does suck that we had to play them 2 times. I mean, 2 times this year. I was actually kind of surprised at how much money they actually paid them for 1 year.
Right, like, bro, 15 million.
Yeah. I was definitely
an extra $3 million in incentives.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised on how much they actually gave him, especially since they're in the process of trying to sign Lamar. So I'm just figuring out, is the money gonna go to Lamar too? Especially now, are they trying to sign Odell to bring Lamar back or something? Like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to do a little investigating myself, but I'm still a little confused. But
Somebody said that yesterday, and I was like, "Who throwing to him?"
Yeah, that's a great point. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just with the amount of money that they paying them, I'm just kind of seeing like, is they just trying to use that, as leverage to, lure Lamar back. So, I mean, I would definitely like to see that combination of Odell and Lamar. Me saying that, even though I have to play them twice a year, but I think that's a good move for Odell, though. I feel like, he could possibly definitely fit that system, as long as he has a good quarterback to throw it to him, I should say, if they sign Jackson. But it'd be a bad move if, that doesn't happen. But I'm guessing they're saying that everything is in the wraps of him coming back. So, yeah, I definitely think it's a good move, good money move as well. Because, like I said, again, I was surprised that, they're paying him so much. But I think it's a nice fresh start for Odell. So, good move. Great business move. Great business move. I'll put it like that. Great business move.
Yeah, I think to that point, I was joking, but I'm like dead serious. Like, who's throwing to him? Like, because from the sounds of it, Lamar, like, look,
it might be Tyler.
No offense to Baltimore, but F Baltimore. Yeah. Give me my money, or just let me go. And that's the weird thing about the Ravens. They like, we don't want to be long term in a commitment, but we're going to give you this tag to keep you here for another year. And it's like, do you want them there long term or not? And then I may be weird, but I think they're going to do it again next year. They're going to hit them on a franchise tag next year. And then it's
I don't
going
think
to be
that's weird at all.
It's like, do you want them to be there or not?
They want them to be there, but they just want them to take less money. That's
you keep renting them for a year. You might as well just give them something for a couple more years. What are you doing?
Rent to own. I'm dead.
Yeah, like what? So I don't know. I don't know if Lamar hit Odell with the A. I'm glad you there, but I might not be there. It's one of them. Like, I don't know.
Now they did say, I think Lamar came out with a video or something on IG or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them talking. Yeah, on FaceTime.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to think. Like, are they trying to just use this as a leverage to bring Lamar back? So I mean, my fault. Like I said, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just feel like that's what they pretty much trying to do with Odell. They just trying to use this signing to bring Odell back.
No, I mean you right. Humbly,
but
I think he has a lot to prove. So I think he's gonna try to play 17. Because, let's be honest, he's auditioning for the Ravens and all the other 31 teams as well.
And I was just about to go there. I feel like this is that's why I say it's a good start for him, because of the fact that he can prove himself here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a healthy Odell is still scary. I mean,
he got a lot of speed on that team. A lot of speed.
There's so much stuff that they could do with that. Why you make that face?
Right. Wait. Have you not seen the quick slant and house that boy?
Where are they running? Where's all this speed going? Come on, man.
Walk. We ain't talking to him. He tripped. Back to what we were saying. They got a lot of speed. And I think Nelson.
Oh, you're talking about behind line of scrimmage. I thought you were talking about at the receiving core.
I mean, I'm guessing you're saying that they got a lot of speed as a team. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
I will say now, I think Odell is more of a possession receiver. Yeah, Aguilar is to take the top off. Bateman, if he can stay healthy, he can be like your big body. And I think Mark Andrews is, going to be like Travis Kelce, roam in that middle of the field, make all, the third and 5 catches, move the chains. But I think they have some veteranship now, because Duvernay and all them guys were kind of young. But Odell won a Super Bowl. Nelson Aguilar has been in the playoffs before. Mark Andrews been in the playoffs as a Raven. It's going to be interesting to see if they can stay healthy. I like it. It's just the fact of, are you keeping Lamar long term? Maybe they sign him after the draft. I don't know. But hopefully in Lamar's case, he can stay there, and hopefully in the Ravens' case, they don't let him go. Because finding another quarterback is hard. Just ask New England after Tom Brady left. They ain't been right since. But go ahead, John. What you got?
You done now? You done now?
I'm not done, but I'm finished. So go ahead.
I just want to do a Skip and Shannon thing. All right. Their top receiver last year had like 458 yards. All right. So this guy's going to get targets. He's going to have, I think Odell's probably going to have 1,100 yards at least just because of all the targets he's going to get. I also think it's, Mark Andrews he's probably going to be around the same, probably about 900 yards, but it's going to be easier to get. You might get more touchdowns and stuff like that. I just think it's going to open up the field a little bit for Mark Andrews, and also Mark Andrews is going to open up the field a little bit for him too. But yeah, I agree. Like, it also relies on who's throwing to him too. If Lamar's not there now, Baltimore's sitting here saying like, "Hey man, we got all this money that Lamar don't seem to want. You want some of it? Hey, we'll give you 18 if we'll see. $13 million signing bonus. That's pretty crazy. But so he must. This is a guy who hasn't played since 2 Super Bowls ago. So I know he must have put something good on tape or on the field when he showed up the other day, because he skipped his practice with the Jets and went straight to the Ravens. Like, the Ravens were like, yeah, whatever this is, whatever he just showed us, we want it. We got to get it now. We got to grab it. Don't let no one else have a shot to see this or whatever. So, not a lot of guys come back from a year and a half, 2 years off and put something like that on the field that they're like, yeah, definitely we got to have this guy. So kudos to him still being that athletic, unless they are lying to us all and it's just a move to try to get Lamar to stay, and Odell's really not that, and who knows. I will say Lamar, they still need Lamar if they're gonna make the playoffs. It's not gonna matter. He's just gonna be playing for them bum Giants teams all over again, just in Baltimore this time, if Lamar don't stay there. You know what I mean? Like, he can put up all the numbers he wants, it ain't gonna matter.
It's saying 12 hours ago, Sports Illustrated put this out. So it's saying that Lamar Jackson hints that he's returning back to the Ravens this season. So maybe, like I said, I feel like maybe that was a move for them to try to get him back.
To your point, let's just say Lamar wants like $45 million a year, right? So about for 4 years. So it's about 180 for 4 years, guaranteed. They can get away with paying him 45 for the next 2 years on the franchise tag. And then from there, decide if they want to sign
this year.
Huh?
At that point, they're not even, he on that.
Yeah, but I think he was only getting like 34, 35.
No,
with the franchise tag, you have to pay him the average of the top 5 players.
No, I'm saying the non-inclusive, they got him on this year. He's only making 32.
Well, 32. Oh, that's even worse.
Okay, but I have to look at that, because to put someone to franchise tag someone, you have to pay them the average of the top 5 players at their position.
Right.
So whatever that is.
They have him on a non-inclusive, so they're still saving $13 million. Maybe they get that to Odell. I don't know. He's got to be making high 30 to low 40 million at least. He just got to be. I don't know. I have to go look at it, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay the guy top 5 money. And so anyway, let's just pretend they do pay him top 5 money, even if they're not. Let's just pay. They still get away with, because he already wants top 5 money. So why, instead of paying him top 5 money for 4 years, they're just going to get away with paying him for 2 instead, and then release whatever's left of him. Because they're going to run him into the ground. You ain't going to pay that guy that kind of money and not use him. So he might have to pull Le'Veon Bell and say, I'm just not playing. Or, he might want to pull a Kyler Murray and say, I'm just going to do what's best for me. Every time I see the blitz coming, I'm just going to slide, even behind the line of scrimmage. Kyler, watch that guy. He protects himself better than any quarterback in the league. So, he's just going to, instead of scrambling out of plays, you're just going to see this dude slide a lot more, because he's like, you know what? You franchise tag me fine, but I'm going to be healthy for my next team. All right, so real quick, the non-inclusive tag permits players to negotiate with other teams. If the player receives an offer that is acceptable to him, the team in which he's currently playing for has a chance to match it. In Lamar Jackson's case, it would likely be a long-term deal, but with the non-exclusive tag, he's only making you only can make 32.4 for quarterbacks this upcoming season.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
So I guess with the exclusive tag, he's there. You can't talk to him, but non-exclusives, they can talk as much as he wants. Yeah, it's interesting. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's different.
Like I say, just let him go. If you don't, if you ain't sold on him, go elsewhere. But I will tell you this: the NFL ain't like it used to be. You can't have a dominant defense and expect to go deep in the playoffs, especially in your division when you got Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Pickett. I think he'll be better this year. After a year in OTAs and training camp, you could potentially be I ain't gonna say, well, yeah, the worst team in the conference if Lamar leaves or he decides not to play. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes for him the rest of the way.
Definitely is. Just don't dominate against us, man. That's all I ask.
Hey, Odell trying to put 150 on y'all every game. Dude.
Listen, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that at all.
So does Denzel Ward guard him when they play him, right?
Why are you trying to put me on blast on Mr. Ward?
I'm just asking. Would he be the no?
If he's their number one receiver, then I would say so.
Technically, that's Mark Andrews, but he's a tight end.
I don't think they're gonna put Denzel Ward on Mark Andrews. You know what I'm saying?
They did it before. Well,
they might have did it a few times, but I just
not them, but other teams I've seen. Like look at Travis Kelce. They ain't worried about what's my man name from the Giants. They like, bro, stop Travis.
Yeah.
Travis. The name of the day is Travis.
Yeah. I'm still baffled by that Daniel Jones contract. Kudos to him, but I'm still baffled by that one.
Kudos to his damn agent. He got a nice ass agent. That's what it is, and I guarantee that's what I probably saying. That's why I feel like that's why they're giving him the money because he has an agent, and they keep just using that agent stuff for Lamar. Like
Saquon Barkley was like comeback player of the year or something like that, and they said, "Hey, Daniel Jones, want some of this money?" We made a lot from all the season tickets that Saquon sold. You want some of it? It was wild, man. That's a wild. Hey, kudos to him getting it. I don't know how that helps the team giving him that big of a contract, but we'll see. I'm glad they locked him down.
Yeah, I
think they might have overpaid just a hair.
Yeah, that's the quarterback of the future, I guess. So, hey.
Let me not. I'm gonna
go ahead, man.
Nope.
I'm about to end it.
Nope. Take us out. Nope.
Ain't no one want to hear about the Bears.
No, it ain't about the Bears. It's about Daniel Jones. But go ahead, Walt. Take us out.
Anyways, we appreciate y'all joining us here tonight on celebrating our 100th subscriber, 104, I should say. And I also want to give a special shout out to Coach Special Jennings on her promotion at Jacksonville University. New head coach, man.
Big money.
Why aren't you worried about her bag, man?
Hey, and when you upgrade, that's what most of us be like, bro. We get that bag now.
Don't care. It's this big time that she made that transition.
If we get a job at ESPN tomorrow, we're gonna be like, hey, that bag has to be real nice.
But you shouldn't even be worried about my bag. Just worried about
I got our bag would be nice.
Whatever.
Hey, but she's out coaching for USA basketball as well. Currently.
Yes. She's doing big time things, and I just had to give out that shout out. And she won back-to-back championships, just like we talked about before the season even started. So again, congratulations to Miss Jennings, man, doing big things, and I'm very proud of it, even though I'm pretty sure I don't mean nothing, but I'm just saying I just love seeing people, doing big things. So real dope. So again, we appreciate everybody watching. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, help continue us with growing. We're growing slowly but surely, but as y'all can see, we had 104, and man, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate
you. Humbly walk for all the comments today. It was
absolutely.
We love you.
We appreciate you. intervening with us as well, giving your 1-2, so we might.
That's what we want. Like first subscribers, obviously, but then we want them comments.
Yeah, because y'all opinions matter too. We want to debate with y'all too.
And then likes are like, down here.
I'm gonna debate with you. I'm gonna definitely debate with you, especially I feel like if you're full of ish. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. But yeah. Whatever, man. That's what I have to do. I have to debate with you. That's what we supposed to do. But anyways, like I said, we appreciate y'all helping us grow. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Like, share, subscribe. Your boy Big Wart, my boy Nico Suave, looking suave in the mofo. My boy John, the hardest working man in the showbiz, man. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Throw up them top weeks, man. We out.
We out.